Yo, what's up, my people? Yeah, this is your boy Teflon, coming to you live from a place where tyranny never sleeps, where where they commit genocide live on TV. Okay? I apologize for my hiatus. I've been working on my mental health a little bit. I feel amazing. Thank you. It feels it feels great to be back. I did this for my followers. I can't keep knowledge from you guys. I appreciate you guys, all of my subscribers. This is for y'all. Thank you. In this video, I'm gonna show you the real reason on why gold has gone parabolic. We're gonna cut through the fluff and all the haziness, smoke and mirrors like we always do here. So let me it is. Well, I tell you the real reason gold is going crazy. Silver too. Okay? Here we have a chart, a 1-year chart of gold with a low of 25.62, just like here, and a high of 41.09. Look at that in 1 year. Based out here, did a base. Then in August, it just went crazy. What's going on? Well, in the beginning, I thought it was due to the de-dollarization, which is the process where other nations significantly decrease their reliance on the US dollar for international functions, including as a foreign currency reserve, medium of exchange, and unit of account, often to gain greater economic independence and avoid the economic sanctions-based weaponization of Western-controlled financial systems like SWIFT. So it's like it's other countries buy assets that would make the dollar go down, right? But the dollar is actually in a short-term trend that's actually going upwards. And gold is still climbing. But I believe that the long-term trend for the dollar is downwards. It's to the bottom. Because now I know the reason why gold is moving the way it is. I thought that it was because BRICS was buying up all the gold to bring down the dollar, buying up all the gold to bring down the dollar. Gold climbs above 4,100, but is there room? Is there more room to run? BRICS is an intergovernmental organization comprising of 10 countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates. The idea of BRICS is to undermine the Western countries. Okay, it's like, they fight against NATO or whatever. They team up. You mess with one, you mess with all. Okay, and they help each other out, supplying each other with different type of assets, oil, grains, different type of commodities, back and forth from them, without worrying about the dollar, without worrying about America and their allies. So I thought BRICS was buying up all the gold. But it's not. I was doing some research, and I was doing research on the Dome of the Rock. I was doing research on Jerusalem, and the Dome under the Rock is a temple built on King Solomon's territory, where where the first temple was destroyed, right? So this dome, or this temple, covers what is known as the foundation stone, right? And all religions come here and they worship here. Christians, Jews, Muslims come here because it's all part of their religion, right? So they come here because this dome is covering what is known as the foundation stone. In Islam, it's where the Prophet Muhammad started his journey to heaven, which is considered a major event in their tradition. For Jews and Christians, it's considered the starting point where the world expanded into its present form, and where God gathered the dust to create the first man, Adam. So this is like holy territory, holy land. You know what I mean? Very important to multiple religions. So doing research on this led me upon the creation of the third temple, where they're going to allegedly destroy the dome under the rock and build a third temple around that perimeter, based on biblical prophecy, right? And in this temple, right, they're gonna do sacrifices to red cows, and they're gonna do rituals the same way it was done 2,000 years ago, whatever. A whole bunch of weird stuff. They're weird. Weird things are gonna happen, right? And they're saying that the building of this third temple is gonna bring in, is gonna usher in the end of times, right? The Antichrist is gonna sit in this temple, right? And you can go and do research on the third temple, and most likely they have the blueprint. It's being built. I believe it's being built. And let me show you some more information on this.
Preparation number 2. The Sacred Vessels Recreation. You do
Ministry. I got these
for a long time.
Ads.
While the world was distracted, master craftsmen in Jerusalem have been recreating something extraordinary. Over 60 sacred vessels, each one crafted according to biblical specifications that haven't been relevant since 70 AD. But here's where this gets absolutely incredible. I'm about to show you items that are worth more than most people's houses, crafted with precious metals and ancient techniques that took years to perfect. This is the Temple Institute's recreation of the Golden Menorah.
Benjamin Netanyahu,
95 pounds of
Donald Trump, these people, right? That's why they done, because they believe in a greater Israel. Go look up greater Israel. See how much territory they need for expand all of that. That's why they're bombing and they're exterminating these people. They done bombed Gaza. It's not done. It's not done. They're not finished. It's a bigger map. It's a bigger plan for Israel. They're expanding now. It's time. It's their time. Okay, and it's just not starting with Gaza. Even though it's been there for years. They've been going back and forth for years. Now they're totally exterminating that area. They're totally gonna settle it now. And they're gonna expand north. These people are building a third temple. For whatever evil reasons that they intended for whatever sacrifices and rituals and whatever they plan on doing.
Pure gold. Price tag, $2 million. But here's what's really stunning. This isn't a replica for display. This is a functional menorah, designed to be used in actual temple service. And it's not just the menorah. What you're seeing now, and what I'm about to show you, represents the largest collection of temple vessels created since the destruction of the Second Temple. But here's the question that's going to shock you. Why spend millions of dollars creating functional temple vessels if you're not planning to use them? The answer to that question is coming up, and it's going to change everything you think you know about this story. Incense vessels designed to burn the exact spices mentioned in Exodus. Measuring cups calibrated to biblical standards. Silver trumpets that can produce the exact tones described in Numbers. Each item represents months or years of research, craftsmanship, and expense. But vessels are just objects. What about the people? What about the priests who would act?
So they're building this third temple on the perimeter, right exactly where the dome under the rock sits. Foundational stone. This freaking building is gonna be one of the most elegant, one of the most beautiful, one of the most man-made. It's elegant. It's gonna be made out of gold. This building is gonna be made out of gold. They have things inside that are the same exact measurements, the same exact replicas of temples that were based in biblical times. They're gonna have gold cups, gold menorahs. They're gonna have golden tables, golden chairs, golden thrones, golden covenant of the arks, golden boxes. This building is gonna be extravagant. It's gonna be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. No expense spared on this third temple. The Israelis and the American government, right, are buying gold, stockpiling gold, because they're building a temple made out of gold. They need all the gold that they can find. They have all these mining companies working overtime. The mining companies also went parabolic. The mining companies move first. And I think because of this move, you will be seeing the dollar go down in a major downtrend, down to maybe 80, 85. Yes, BRICS is buying gold to combat what's really going on. And gold always goes up in a time of war. That's going to cause war. When you destroy the dome under the rock, the foundational stone, and you build a third temple on that perimeter, that's going to cause war. Under Mount Eliad in southern Israel, there is believed to be a treasure of raw gold worth billions. Rabbi Yedu Haglik, executive director of the Temple Mount Heritage Foundation in Jerusalem, said that the news about the treasure has been concealed for several years. This video is 10 years old. Glick's passion is for a Temple Mount accessible to all, and in October 2014, he survived an assassination attempt by a Palestinian terrorist. Shot 4 times in the chest, Glick has made a miraculous recovery and has continued his work for an open Temple Mount. Recently, he told Breaking News Israel that together with his partner, Yeshua Friedman, he has received an exclusive license to unearth from the Israeli government. Friedman is a Temple Mount researcher who has been studying the 12 unique stones on the breastplate of the high priest, which represent the 12 tribes of Israel. Friedman realized that without a background in geology, he couldn't appreciate the depth and significance of each of the stones. Eventually, that led him to an Australian research team who had discovered gold in the mountains of Eliot in 2007. Believing at that time the gold wasn't valuable enough to warrant further effort, they had abandoned the dig. Because of biblical passages referring to gold in the land, Glick and Friedman pursued the project. Several other companies also were seeking a license to look for gold, but their biblical evidence about where it would be located won the tender to dig for the two men. They now have an exclusive permit which runs from January 2015 to December 2016 for their company Gold Deposit. Discussing their intentions for the billions they expect to find, Glick said, "Ultimately, we expect to use the gold in the rebuilding of the third temple, where we use the gold itself for creating vessels and decorations, or by selling findings and using the money to buy the materials and manpower needed to rebuild the temple. We look forward to that great day. The Bible states that the temple will be rebuilt for the second coming of Jesus Christ." My people, mind you, this YouTube video is 10 years old. Now we're in 2025 and gold is going bananas. Go anywhere on YouTube and find out why gold is moving the way it's moving. Now you understand. While these financial analysts tell you false narratives, you just got the truth here on Teflon Studios. My people, open up, wake up.